Welcome to Cooking with Jess, where we make you the hero in your home by keeping the flavor and keeping it healthy. Because over here, keeping it healthy doesn't mean you have to sacrifice flavor. So we're going to get into some flavorful delightfulness today. We're going to focus on 2-for-1. 2-for-1. You saw that? You saw how quick that was? 2-for-1. We're going to make hummus, but we're going to jazz it up. We're going to make a roasted garlic version. Then we're going to make a roasted beet version. So little prep ahead of time. What I did, this is like my quick hack for roasting. I went ahead and I took 3 cloves of ajo. I put it in some parchment paper, a little bit of aceite. When I say a little bit, I'm talking about enough just to make sure that the cloves are coated. I'll go ahead and I'll show you what I mean by that. And then I wrapped it in, as you see, in the tin foil. So, wow. And when you open this, that aroma hits you. So it's like a quick way to roast if you don't have a lot of time. I'm big on that. So it looks like I really did 4.5 because I just, why not? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the skin, and we'll set that aside, and we'll use that for our roasted garlic hummus. This has been a tried and true recipe. I used to make this quite often, and then life got real, enter in the littles, and I discovered, you can buy this. Now, the one that I buy, it tastes good, but mine tastes better. And on top of that, I know what goes in it because I make it. And I would highly encourage you to do that if you can, because first of all, usually homemade is better than store-bought because you know what you like. So, por ejemplo, I like a lot of ajo. And for that reason, I want to put extra ajo. So to me, that will taste phenomenal. If you have certain preferences, or your family or friends have certain preferences, perhaps they don't like a lot of sal, or they like a tangier flavor, so you want to put in more tanginess, like a lime juice or something like that, you have the flexibility to do so as you're making it. So that's that. I also went ahead and roasted some beets in that same manner. The only difference is I cut off the skin, and what I did, I peeled off the skin, and then I chopped it up. So it looks like this, like roasted beets, nothing super fancy. And I didn't put it, again, just a little aceite on it, no seasoning, nothing like that. We're gonna get started. I have here a lot of chickpeas. As you know, or you may not know, I like to start chickpeas from any beans or peas for me, from the dried state. And then I either soak them overnight, depending on what they are, or I put them in my Instapot and or both. And voila. Again, like, it's so simple, and I'm just so accustomed to doing it that's what I do. So I have 3 cups. I'm going to make extra because, again, the plan is to split it and make 2 because we're doing 2-for-1 today. So I have about 1 lime's worth of lime juice, freshly squeezed. I have here 1/3 of a cup of some grapeseed oil. Now, you can use avocado oil. You can use any oil that you prefer. This is what I had on hand, so that's what we're using. Then I have some cumin and some sal. This is to taste. That looks like a lot. Maybe it doesn't to you, but just in case if it does, keep in mind I'm making 2 recipes, and this is to taste. I like well-seasoned food. That doesn't mean very salty food. That just means well-seasoned. And salt serves a dual purpose, right? It does not have to mean that it's going to make something salao meaning salty. It also can bring out the flavor of certain spices. So that's one of the reasons why I use that. what I'm going to do here is we're going to put in some tahini. Now, tahini is just ground up sesame seeds. And this is going to give it more of that creamy texture. And it's also going to change the flavor a little bit. It's going to enhance it, but it changes the flavor of, just the chickpeas on its own. So there's another video where I use tahini to make a dressing. Same type of idea where it's adding creaminess, giving it, as I like to say, it's giving it body, like it's thickening up the dressing. But tahini has like a very distinct, like a nutty, earthy type of flavor, and just a tad bit of like a chalkiness, like a tad bit. So that's a nice compliment when, for example, that dressing that I make another version too with tahini though, and I put that on my Mediterranean pizza. It's like a Mediterranean style pizza. Really, it's a pizza that has there's no dairy at all, and instead of using a pizza sauce, like a tomato paste pizza sauce, I use hummus. Look out for that, because that's amazing. I have some water here reserved to the side, and this is only in case something gets like a little too thick and we need for that machine to move around. We'll add this. The most, if we use the whole thing, that's 3 tablespoons, but I don't think we'll need to use all of that. I'm gonna do something a little bit, I just want to add this caveat, right? I'm going to use a roasted garlic, and then that's going to be our roasted garlic hummus. Then I'm going to separate that, go the other half, and we're going to add the roasted beets. So the roasted beets is going to have that flavor of the roasted garlic. If you don't want it to taste that way, again, you have the ability to make these changes because you're making it. All right, so let me get to this. Let's put in, I'm just gonna go ahead and put in all 4.5 because that's my prerogative, and that's what I'm gonna do, okay? All right, so while this is blending, I'm going to blend up we're gonna use the food processor on the beets, and then we will come back and we're gonna marry the two so you can see what they look like. It's important that we set the foundation now. Our littles have to know vegetables and fruits, they're not the enemy. They can taste great, because how they eat now is going to affect how they eat for the rest of their lives. Click that link in the description box below. Join our community. We have information, we have support, we provide guidance on how to introduce these things to our littles. See you there. All right, and we're back. We have our roasted garlic hummus, and we have our roasted beet hummus. So let's go ahead and take a taste. It's the most important part. Amazing. Outstanding. It's got a slight little like sweet taste because of the meat, just slight. I don't understand why. I shouldn't say I don't understand why. I remember why I stopped making it, because it's so much easier to buy it. But this tastes way better. Way, way better. Make your own if you can. Here's 2 options. If you want to substitute for something else, you want a different flavor, you want like a jalapeno, or you want a cilantro version, listen, it's your world. Use the base ingredients to make the hummus and follow that. There you go. Until then, take care. Bye.